Welcome to Philippine-Canadian Empire's Daily News Roundup, brought to you by CanadianEmpire.net, your only Filipino-Canadian daily news portal. I'm Rowan Echo, and here are stories making headlines today. Government allows US, Japan, South Korea to study Benham Rise. The government has approved applications from 3 other countries to conduct marine scientific research in Benham Rise, a development which presidential spokesperson Harry Roque Hope would debunk controversies that the Duterte administration is favoring China. Quote, request applications to conduct research by the United States, Japan, and South Korea have likewise been approved. This hopefully puts to rest the issue that the current administration is favoring China in the issue of Benham Rise, unquote, Roque said in a statement. Roque also clarified his previous statement on why China was the only country permitted to take part in the Benham Rise research. It can be recalled that Roque said, quote, no one has applied and no one can do it because apparently it's capital intensive because only China has qualified so far. There are other applicants and fortunately they did not qualify according to fixed guidelines already set by the government, unquote. He stressed that his statement was misinterpreted and asked that it be read in its entirety. Quote, it's obvious that my statement pertains to China and not the Philippines. As Filipinos, we do not need consent to conduct a scientific investigation in Benham Rise because it is subject to our sovereign rights, which includes the right to conduct a scientific research. The government of the Philippines does not need, therefore, to give permits to Filipinos in this regard. We have the sovereign rights to explore and exploit the resources in Benham Rise, unquote, Roque said. He added that he never said Filipinos cannot conduct research in Benham Rise. In fact, only Filipinos can do so even without express consent of our state. Senate House set aside fight to focus on amending Constitution. The Senate and the House of Representatives have come to an agreement of prioritizing the revisions to be made in the Constitution, temporarily setting aside arguments on whether they will vote on the proposals in the charter change separately or jointly. Quote, we agreed to shift the focus that rather than debate on the mode, we will use our energies on coming up with specific proposals which can possibly gain support from our respective chambers, unquote. Senate President Aquilino Pimentel III on Thursday said in an ANC interview. This came after Pimentel's late-night meeting on Wednesday with the Senate Majority Leader Vicente Soto III, House Speaker Pantaleon Alvarez, and House Majority Leader Rodolfo Fariñas. It can be recalled that the setup of voting of the 2 houses has been a top issue in line with the government's shift to federalism. Meanwhile, Pimentel said there are no agreements made yet as they have just exchanged ideas, adding that a definite date has not been finalized because it would be pointless to do so since they are still working on the revisions. Southeast Asian leaders celebrate ties with India. Southeast Asian leaders are celebrating ties with India as New Delhi looks to deepen bonds with eastern neighbors amid China's ever-growing influence. The leaders of the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, or ASEAN, are meeting Thursday in New Delhi to observe 25 years of ties between India and the 10-nation bloc. The leaders will also be guests of honor at Friday's Republic Day celebrations, an important diplomatic distinction for India. Myanmar leader Aung San Suu Kyi, Indonesian President Joko Widodo, Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte, and the Prime Ministers of Malaysia, Thailand, and Vietnam are among those in India for the celebrations. India has been carefully boosting its diplomatic profile in recent years amid its wariness over China's growth into a major world power. That wraps up our news here on PCI Daily News Roundup. Thank you for joining us. For more news stories, visit our website at www.canadianempire.net.